So today we have a pick for a very interesting game between Indiana Pacers and Miami. It's going to be the very last day of November. And you can see in the ESPN website, they're already providing the game odds here. And now they saying odds provided by ESPN Bet. That's their new website. It's available only for anyone in the US. We still prefer to use crypto for many reasons. And the line at the moment is the spread is 2.5 points for Miami, 238 points in the total. Okay, so let's just get down to it and explain what we think is going to happen here. If we look at, for instance, at covers, you can see the games today, and you can see it's open at 239 and it's live at 239, although the ESPN website is showing 238. You can ignore the 0.5, 0.05 point movement either way. Shouldn't have any effect at the moment. Now, you can see the consensus, for instance, if we're going to open it in a new tab. The consensus saying that the over has 66%, under 34% for the total. So you can already imagine where we want to take it. But let's just not take the consensus. Let's also see the trends. And this is going to be very interesting trends. So one of the most interesting things with Indiana is that they hit the game total over in 28 of the last 39 games. So that's 40% return of investment supposedly if let's say if you were betting $100 every time they were playing, then you would make $40. If it was 1,000, it would be 400. But this is what they're saying at the moment. So you can also see the difference between BetMGM and PointsBet. Very small difference, 0.5 points. And one more thing here, the last game between Indiana Pacers and Portland. So this game was aiming towards very high scoring. The first half was pretty high, but then the third quarter brought only 41 points. That's brought the total to be under because the third quarter was poor scoring. Now Indiana Pacers hit that third quarter game total over in 62 of the last 76 games. So this is 54% ROI. So these are the statistics, and yes, the Pacers are scoring in very fast pace. So you take their name, Pacers and Pace. If you look at free Bitcoin, by the way, if you want to place a bet on this game, we always advise you can check the whatever logo we have here. For instance, it could be stake. You can click there, and they normally have very high limits for anyone who wants to place it with their small, big bets, whatever you like, but always do it responsibly. It's again, and also if you use the code PACERS here, you're gonna get 5 rolls. So if I had here 1 roll, now it's 6. So that's something that's only available today. So in the end of the day, this code is not going to be available. So back again to the third quarter, they performed pretty well. Also Miami in the third quarter they hit the total over in 86 of the last 100 games. So that's even crazier ROI. And that these are the trends. So if you look at it from this angle, it feels like if you take in all those things into consideration, yes, it does feel like there's more value to take the over, even though the total seems to be pretty high. You can take the Atlanta game, for instance, today against San Antonio, and that's 246. That seems to be a little bit more shady line than this one. So if we had to guess again, our pick would be to pick the over 238.5 or 239 points in the game, meaning they would score 240 points or more. That's what we're expecting them to see. And it's going to be about, in average, over 60 points per quarter. It's not something to be taken lightly. But because the trends are showing very, very strong statistics behind it, we feel like the last game between the Pacers and the Blazers seems to be like a blop, like they messed up with the under over, which could happen, just like It could happen all the times, like in trends. But overall, if you look at their statistics and the games that they were playing over the long run, those statistics speak for themselves. So, and sometimes Indiana had totals of 246, 247, and so 238 is pretty decent if you get like probably 7, 8 points below what where it should be. That's the way we see it. Um, the Indiana Pacers have only hit the third quarter game total under in 15 of the last 78 games. So it's showing you like it could happen, but it's very less likely. That's in the third quarter. Again, it's not the entire game, but you can also look at the first quarter. Again, 17 of 66 games, and the under is 22 of the last 64 games. So it's not happening very often. So from all these angles, we feel like the over 238 here, that's the best pick for today. So again, gamble responsibly. If whatever you do, it's risky. Nobody knows the end result until it happens. Nobody has a crystal ball, but we're trying to analyze it from a value perspective. It seemed there's a little bit more value on this on these statistics, on these numbers here, other than the highest total posted for today, which is here 246. So again, the pick is over 239 points. Good luck with whatever you do or choose, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.